Kelli Lemon, RVA Grooves, all things arts and culture, standing outside of West Coast Kicks in the trendy Carytown shopping district. We're gonna go inside and talk to Ben Margolis. He has this new thing going on with sneakers and clothes, and I can't wait to get inside and try some stuff on and talk to Ben about these new and exciting trends happening in the fashion world right here in Richmond, Virginia. Let's head on inside and talk to Ben. Kelli Lemon, RVA Grooves, all things arts and culture, inside West Coast Kicks. Talking to Ben Margolis, owner of West Coast Kicks. Ben, thank you for letting us come in and check out your beautiful store. Talk a little bit about yourself and the store in general.
Yeah, well, first, thanks for coming. We're here at West Coast Kicks, which is a West Coast-inspired boutique. We specialize in footwear, apparel, accessories. You know, the name West Coast comes a little bit from the style, but actually primarily from the progressive attitude that we try to bring to the table with everything we do, from buying to our interaction with our customers, interaction with our vendors, really is across the board in just how we interact inside the store and also how we act outside of the store as members of the community. I'm from Philadelphia originally, went to NYU, studied finance there, and then spent about 5 years on Wall Street, which I absolutely hated from day one. But you know, it taught me a lot about sales, about also what I didn't want to do with my life, which is in a lot of ways as important, if not more important, than finding what you do want to do with your life. And so anyway, after that, and also after my wife graduated from medical school, we were looking for a great environment to open what I've been wanting to do for quite some time. Richmond came to us for a number of reasons, but you know, ultimately, that's what we're doing here.
Yeah. So Ben, what made you choose Carytown, which is a growing but very popular shopping district?
Yeah, so coming down from Philadelphia and learning about the various shopping regions in the Richmond area, we chose Carytown because one of its progressive attitude, the eclectic style that a lot of the other shops bring to the table, and just an environment that is community focused. You know, there's a lot of shopping areas, not just in Richmond, but nationwide, that really come off as quite generic, and that's one thing that Carytown definitely does not. And we feel that we fit in best in a place that, you know, we can stand out amongst a lot of other businesses that stand out as well.
Cool. Now, West Coast Kicks, you talked about that's your field, that's your kind of brand, that's your nature. Talk a little bit about the brands and how you choose the brands in the store.
So one thing that it has to happen with every brand that we bring into the store is it has to have a story that resonates with us.
Okay.
At the end of the day, we're the curators of what's in here. We really feel that, you know, if it resonates with us, it's likely to resonate with a lot of other people as well. From there, we look at quality and value, really. I mean, value is one of the number one propositions we bring to the table with regard to our product.
All right, Ben, let's talk a little bit about the brands. I see you got a different variety up here. Tell me about them.
Sure, so definitely a brand that a lot of people know, Reebok right here. This shoe specifically from Reebok, the Reebok Pump. What it's designed to do is actually have a custom fit. A lot of people think it had to do with jumping higher or something like that. What it actually does has a bladder inside to blow up air to custom fit to your feet. What's really cool about this specific shoe for me is if I could point out one shoe in the entire store that is the reason for you know, for us coming to be, it would be this right here in terms of my love for sneakers. Me personally, when I was about 10 years old, roughly when this shoe came out, I begged my parents to get this shoe, and it took me about 6 months to a year. Finally got them to do it for me. And I mean, I thought I was the coolest kid in class. So this really has a you know, a special place in my heart, always will.
And like you said, the shoes in the store has a story. And you talked about the Reeboks, but I mean, I remember kids. I mean, I remember all of these shoes kind of growing up. It seems like they've made their way back.
Sure.
Talk about some of the women's shoes as well.
Yeah, sure. So, well, this specifically right here is actually a unisex shoe. It's from a brand Onitsuka Tiger, which most people know as Asics.
Yeah.
But the brand Onitsuka Tiger, that's a gentleman who actually started the company Asics. What's really interesting about this shoe, this is pretty much the first running shoe to ever come out. In fact, the founders of Nike, they got their start actually importing Asics to the US, and then they copied the designs and started Nike.
Wow.
So yeah, so what you'll probably notice in a lot of the shoes, you know, some of the early ones like the Cortez, you know, you kind of notice some of the heritage there. And now what Asics does is they have the line Onitsuka Tiger to release some of the throwback vintage styles because a lot of people just love the different colorways they do in them.
All right, Ben, I'm ready to try on some shoes. Can we head on over to the shoe seating area so I can try some stuff on?
Let's do it.
All right. Ben, we walked around the store and I saw so many things that I liked, including this shirt. So before I try my shoes, tell me a little bit about this brand and who's this shirt made by?
Yeah, the shirt you're wearing is made by Just a Cheap Shirt, which is Jachs, so they call themselves Jax. And that's actually part of Jack's Girlfriend, which is their women's line.
Yeah.
And definitely with the colors that you got on there, definitely on trend this season, and also definitely warm, as you can probably tell.
Yeah, and it fits really good, and it also had this little accessory. You know, girls are putting it in their hair, but I decided to throw this around my neck. So now let's get into some shoes. What shoes do you have for me to try on?
Yeah, well, definitely you've got like a Western style shirt on there, and something that would go really well with what you've got on, this saddle shoe by Civic Duty. And we talked about brands with stories that really speak to us. This company, Civic Duty, a prime example of that. The gentleman who started this company is a product of the economic downturn, in so much as he lost his job in the footwear industry, pursued his dream, and went to actually start his own footwear company. This really cool thing about this company, they're all made of Tyvek, every shoe that he makes. And Tyvek, as you know, it's a sustainable product made by DuPont, fully waterproof. It's actually, they probably know it best as what they use for FedEx envelopes or what you see homes wrapped in before they put siding on it. And it's a cool material because it's impermeable by water, but it lets moisture out, and like I said, it's waterproof. People often look at it, think it's made of paper. It's by far the most durable material we actually have in here. You can't tear it.
Gotcha.
So give it a try.
All right. These look really cool and retro. And speaking of that, I noticed, RVA Grooves is about art and culture, and you seem to celebrate it in the store. Talk about some of the retro stuff you have in the display cases, and of course this beautiful artwork. I feel like I know who this artist is.
Sure, yeah, definitely well-known local street muralist. And we really support the arts because at the end of the day, the arts are what supports us. Without artists, without designers, nothing we have in here would exist. And we try to celebrate that every day through the uniqueness of each individual piece that we bring in here, as well as the atmosphere that you come into. All the stuff that you saw around the store are actually personal mementos, things that have to do with my upbringing, whether it's the Nintendo that I grew up playing, or my mom's her old records that I grew up listening to. I just try to have a little piece of myself. Shown in the store, and through that artistic creativity.
All right, Ben, have on my last outfit, sweater, great for the fall, ready to put this on for football games. This is O'Neill, but you have some brands that are your favorites. Talk about your favorite brands.
Yeah, I mean, to highlight two of my personal favorites, on the footwear side, I'd have to say this company Clay from San Diego. What's really cool about them is they really combine an athletic sole with more of a casual shoe kind of upper in a lot of their different footwear options. And what's great is someone like myself who really doesn't ever want to wear a shoe, I can throw this on with a suit, I can throw it on with jeans, I can really pull it off in a lot of different ways. And it's very versatile in that way, and they make tons of styles just like that. Second brand I love, I'd have to say probably my favorite apparel brand in here completely is a company called Mishka. It means bear cub in Russian. They're out of Brooklyn, New York, actually. What's really cool is their versatility, their range, and their color pop as well. You can see right here, you've got on trend with the camo, camo crown, but they've got their logo right here with the eyeball there, something they use through a lot of their product. Crazy design here, not something that's gonna definitely jump out at everyone, but what's really cool is then you've got, from the same company, a shirt like this right here.
Classic.
Which, exactly. Classic. You can throw this on with khakis, you can go out to dinner. A lot of people can even wear this to work if you don't have to wear suits to work. And to see that kind of range from one company is, I really think that they stand out as, as being having a diverse offering.
Well, thanks for showcasing all the brands, Ben. Approximately how many do you have in the store?
Across all categories, it's north of 150.
Wow, something to offer everyone. Well, thanks for taking the time to talk to us today. I'm gonna get this sweater and order me some more shoes. Tell everyone how they can get in touch with you, location, website, all that great stuff.
Yeah, so we're located at 3016 West Cary Street. We're right next to Plan 9, which a lot of people know.
Yep.
We have an active Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and we encourage everyone to follow us, like us, all those things there. Definitely a good way to keep in touch with what we're doing in the community, what's going on in store, what new products coming in. And of course, we have our website, westcoastkicks.com. Kicks is K-I-X. And that acts as a blog, and actually we're rolling out our web store very shortly. So by the holidays, you'll be able to buy everything online.
Good, good. Well, thanks for taking the time again, Ben. Make sure you guys get to West Coast Kicks. Get some of this great gear, especially for the fall and for your holiday gifts. Kelli Lemon, RVA Grooves. All things arts and culture.